Hello, you're watching the next edition of Currents. I am your host, the Reverend Dr.L. Ronald Durham. Today I'm standing with the backdrop of One Daytona behind me, and I'm with the Vice President of Corporate Development, Mr. Jeff Berger for International Speedway, and we're glad to bring you this program today. Welcome to the program, Jeff.
Well, thank you, and welcome to One Daytona, our next exciting project here in the Daytona area, across the street from the magnificent motorsports stadium, Daytona International Speedway.
Well, we're happy to be here today from the City of Daytona Beach, and kind of give us the vision. How did the One Daytona concept come from drawings and concepts to actual shovel ready and dirt being pushed?
Sure, it all started with Lisa France Kennedy, the CEO of International Speedway Corporation, and she saw a vision out here not only to bring in more fans and more guests to the Daytona Beach area, but then also help incorporate the Daytona National Speedway and our race fans along with Daytona, with One Daytona, and all the excitement that we're going to be bringing to this development.
And it is exciting. I mean, just to be out here and seeing to my right what's happening, to me, I can't believe my eyes. It's really awesome.
Well, we've made great progress over the years, and plus we've received a lot of momentum with not only Bass Pro Shop but Cobb Theater. In fact, standing right behind us, where we're standing, is the Bass Pro Shop, a future Bass Pro site that'll be going up here in the near future, and we're hopeful to have them up by the end of this year. And then in the further distance to the north is Cobb Theater, where we're going to have a great movie theater partner coming in and creating great entertainment and excitement for the area.
And well, since you mentioned Bass Pro Shops and Cobb Theater, I think let's move down to where those two things are happening, and we'll take some footage there.
All right, sounds great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Jeff, we're standing with International Speedway Corp right behind us here, and there's been millions of dollars in renovations done there. How will the One Daytona project and that investment actually impact and drive business here in the City of Daytona Beach?
Well, we're going to be 365 days a year, open around the clock, and it'll also help drive not only our race fans over to Daytona International Speedway, but then also we're a destination, and we're going to be bringing folks from all over the region and from the area and from the state as well, and so we'll be able to have a great impact on this community. In fact, our construction impact so far, we'll have over 2,000 construction workers and millions of dollars being pumped into the local economy. And so we're creating wealth not only for Daytona Beach proper, but then also for Volusia County, the region, and the entire state. So we're very excited to have this opportunity to move forward, and also the great support that we receive from Volusia County as well as from the City of Daytona Beach, Florida. We have a public-private partnership in place where together we're going to be able to drive a lot of opportunity, not only for the citizens of this community, but then also for the tourists and everyone who visits on a regular basis.
Well, I can tell you as a representative from the City of Daytona Beach, we're excited about this economic engine and what it's going to do for the residents and for our entire community to have this project moving forward.
Well, we appreciate everybody's support, and as you can see with the progress we've made so far and with the overall impact that we'll have for this community, it's going to be not only here for a long period of time, but for many years to come. So
we're looking forward to it.
Great.
Mr. Berger, right behind us we have the ground that has been broken for Bass Pro Shops. I'm a great fisherman, so to me this is very exciting. Talk a little bit about the construction project itself and the revenue that is going to be generated as a result.
Sure. We have developed a great partnership with Johnny Morris and his team, and he does an outstanding job. In fact, I would consider him probably the best retailer in the entire world. And so we're very fortunate to partner with Johnny and the Bass Pro Shops team. And they've already started construction, as you can see. We're starting to put in the foundations. But this facility will not only be one of his top-notch facilities in the country, but then also it's going to drive a lot of tourism for this area. We're going to have a lot of shoppers, a lot of visitors to come and just to visit the Bass Pro. And so we're very excited about that. And that will help populate the entire One Daytona campus. And in addition to Bass Pro, Cobb Theater, we also have a hotel that we're building. We've partnered with Shaner Prime out of Hollywood, Florida, to build a autographed signature Marriott brand called The Daytona. And so we're very excited about that opportunity as well. And so will our fans, and so will visitors coming into the area. They'll be able to stay. It's a full-service hotel. We're going to have a lot of amenities, and it also sits in Victory Circle, which will provide a lot of restaurant opportunities for us. P.F. Chang's, for example, is going to be an outstanding restaurant, which I love Chinese.
Me too.
So it's a Chinese bistro. It's going to be outstanding for this community, and we've got a lot of other exciting announcement coming in the near future. But it also sits us in a very strategic location with Daytona National Speedway. Folks can go back and forth from not only one Daytona, but then also to the racetrack not only during race weekend, but because we're going to have so many more events over at DIS, then we'll also be able to take advantage of that opportunity as well. So there's a lot of synergy going in between each other. We're going to have a lot of events in Victory Circle. We're going to try to program it with many events as possible, not only to include the community, but corporate opportunities as well as just visitation and tourism opportunities. And so we're going to help program that year-round and create a lot of energy and excitement within that area.
Well, Daytona is already a great vacation destination, being the world's most famous beach. And with this new construction and all of the new things that are happening on this site at One Daytona, I can only imagine the sky is the limit when it comes to people wanting to get on an airplane or get in their car and take that exit off I-95 right here to this city.
You're absolutely right. You're 5 minutes away from the beach. You go dip your toe in the water. You've got the Interstate 95. Folks will be coming off of there. We have obviously a destination with the Speedway, but this just creates and enhances the overall area, and we are creating a destination that everybody's going to be very proud of.
Well, I can hear in your voice that you're proud of it, and it's exciting to see it happening the way it is.
Well, we've got a great partnership with the city and the county, and also we have a great team working on this project, and so there's a lot to be excited about, and we're looking forward to opening this up Bass Pro, hopefully by the end of this year or potentially first quarter 2017, but then Cobb Theater will be open this year, and then the rest of the campus will be coming online fourth quarter 2017.
Well, let's go down and take a look at some of the Cobb's Theater site, and you can talk a little bit about that.
Sounds great.
All right. It. You're watching Daytona Beach Television, and I'm here today at One Daytona with Mr. Jeff Berger, who's the Vice President at International Speedway Corporation. I'm excited to be here with you again today, Jeff. Behind us is going to be the residential property that we talked a little bit about before. Can you give us some more information on that residential piece?
Sure. We have roughly 276 units that we're building, which will help not only create critical mass and help provide opportunities for One Daytona and our shops and our restaurants and the entertainment that we're going to be building, but then also provides an opportunity for the Daytona residents and folks moving into the area to live, work, and play right here at One Daytona. And so what you see just to the behind us, to the left of us, is that's where the location's on the east side of our campus. So we not only are going to be building a mid-rise apartment, but also a garden-style apartment with a lot of amenities and features within the complex itself. And so there'll also be designated parking for our residents. And so it'll be something that I think everybody will be very proud of once we're said and done. It'll be all the comforts of home, and that will be home for a lot of folks moving into the area. So we're very excited about that. Plus, we'll be providing services for those individuals and residents moving into the area. So it's an all well-rounded development that we're building here at One Daytona.
And you know, I'm envisioning, and I'm sure the Speedway's envisioning as well, you have people that come here to the races from all over the country, and with this new residential property that's going to be part of One Daytona, I can see people saying to each other at their kitchen table, you know what, let's sell this and move to Daytona Beach and be there all year round.
Well, with all the 9 million visitors that come to Volusia County, which is a tremendous amount that we're going to take advantage of, but you're right, if they come and see all the excitement that we're doing, not only with the racetrack, but with work opportunities here in Daytona and Volusia County, but then also just all the different opportunities here within our campus, One Daytona campus, there might be an interest. Hey, let's go ahead and pack up and move to Daytona Beach with this weather and everything else that Daytona Beach and Volusia County can provides residents is just outstanding. And so it's going to be a great place to call home, work, and play right here at One Daytona.
Well, One Daytona is a major construction project. I know the city has been involved with you a little bit on it. What other, if there are any other partners that you've cooperated with to make this happen? Can you talk about some of the
Sure.
the other partners involved?
We have many partners involved, not only from our staff here at International Speedway Corporation, and we bring all disciplines to the project. They're very outstanding. But then also we have our development partner Legacy out of Kansas City that they're helping with all disciplines as well, not only construction, but then also leasing, as well as development, and then asset management. They will help operate this facility once we're up and running. And so they're a great partner as well. But then also the community, like you mentioned, it's a truly public-private partnership between the City of Daytona Beach, Florida, as well as Volusia County. And it's a lot of moving parts, but we have great partners to help us to make sure we get to that end game, our grand opening, fourth quarter 2017. And so it's something that everybody will be definitely very proud of.
So Jeff, let's talk about the impact on the job market. This is going to create several hundred jobs, I'm imagining. How is that, you see that impacting the community?
Absolutely. We'll have, just in the construction phase, we'll have over 2,000 construction workers. And then we have millions of dollars being invested currently, not only with infrastructure, but buildings and everything else. But in addition to that, full-time jobs, once the whole campus is up and operational, we'll have many hundreds of full-time jobs and then different opportunities and creating wealth for Daytona Beach as well as Volusia County. So there'll be a lot of opportunities for the residents here. And again, it's going to be a sense of pride and a sense of gathering for the community. And we see this only getting bigger and better once the community or the market allows us to continue to build.
Yeah, and those weekly paychecks by our residents once they start working for One Daytona, that's going to be a tremendous influx of cash into the community that just stimulates and promotes our economy.
Not only that, but it gives them a sense of pride and also an educational process to where you could be in the hospitality business, you could be in the retail business, you can work for Bass Pro. So there'll be a lot of different variety of opportunities for employment here at One Daytona. And again, it's something that we've worked very hard to get it to this point, and we think it's only going to get better as the market allows us to grow and as we can continue to grow through the area.
Daytona Beach is also a college town. I mean, we have several colleges here: Emory-Riddle, Daytona State, Bethune-Cookman University. I see those students calling home and saying, you know what, when I graduate, I think I'm going to stay here in Daytona Beach and get a job working at One Daytona.
And that's a great point. And with our college students here, they can come in, start entry-level jobs that we'll be providing as well. And so it gives those kids an opportunity not only to go to school and get their education, but then also, get some cash and a lot of spending money. And so mom and dad may not have to send so much to Johnny coming to school. So it's a great opportunity for them as well.
Absolutely.
So all around, it's awesome.
Tremendous vision, tremendous concept. Can't wait till it's finished.
And it all started with Lisa France Kennedy, and we're so proud to have her as a leader, and then our team moving forward to make that happen. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Welcome back to Currents. I'm with Jeff Berger, the Vice President of Corporate Development for International Speedway. Welcome back, Jeff.
Well, thanks for having me back and in the studio to talk about our exciting project, One Daytona, next to Daytona National Speedway.
Well, we did some great things out right on the site, and we saw some exciting things in the field. And I want to just follow up with you about the Autograph Collection Hotel.
Sure.
Can you tell the audience a little bit about what that is?
Well, it's a Marriott brand. It's going to be probably the nicest hotel in the Daytona Beach area. We'll have a lot of opportunities for our guests, not only race fans to stay on property, but then also visitors coming into the Daytona Beach area on vacation, for business, or whatever it might be. But we're very excited to partner with Shaner Prime, who's going to be operating the Daytona for us as we move forward, and it's going to add a lot of not only value, but it's going to create jobs. It's going to help create wealth for the Daytona Beach area, like the whole entire project's going to do. So we're excited that it's not only going to bring in a lot more visitors, but then also those visitors are going to have a chance to experience the different types of programming that we have in One Daytona, experience Victory Circle where it's located, but then also create a lot of synergy between the racetrack as well as One Daytona. We're going to have different events, different conventions, different programming on the track side, which our guests will be able to take advantage of as well.
Well, that sounds really exciting. So what's next for us on the construction schedule? What's really going on?
Well,
right
we continue to make great progress. We're over 30% completed with the site work, as you saw when we were out there. But then also we have the Fairfield Inn. That's going up as we speak, and it should be done within roughly 12 months from now. But then also Bass Pro continues to do their construction along with Cobb Theater. Cobb will be completed by the end of this year. Bass Pro will be completed first quarter of 17. So we're making great progress, and it's continuing to drive a lot of interest for our tenants as well, and our prospect tenants that we are going after.
Well, talk a little bit, Jeff, about the openings. Will there be individual openings for each one of the facilities when they're done, or will there be one major grand opening as everything is completed?
Well, because of our partnership with Cobb Theater, they wanted to get open a little bit earlier, so we're moving forward with them, and they will be completed by the end of this year. So we'll be watching movies by December, which will be a great thing. And then also Bass Pro continues to move forward, and they will be open first quarter of 17, and then before our Daytona 500 event. Then also the rest of the facility will be open fourth quarter 2017. That'll include the apartments and the rest of the dining, entertainment, as well as the additional residential. So
an enterprise like this takes an awful lot of marketing. Have you already started the marketing program, and what kind of plan do you have developed for marketing?
We are going through the selection process for a partner to help us with the PR, the marketing, and everything involved with One Daytona, but we have a great team on staff that will help as well. So we draw not only from in staff, but then we're going to have a consultant help us, but we're continuing to move forward to make sure that we will be ready, not only promote the facility once the individual tenants open up, but then the entire grand opening will be a spectacle. So.
And of course, we can't get away from the enormous, I feel at least, it'll be an enormous amount of new jobs coming into the city. So how will you handle the jobs? Will there be individual job fairs, or will each one of the new properties have their own job fair?
Each tenant will be responsible for hiring their employees. However, we're going to help them as an umbrella organization. One Daytona, our management group, will help them try to find those employees. In fact, what we'd like to do is partner with the local community college, similar to what we've done in other markets like Kansas City, where we partnered with their community college to create hospitality classes so that we continue to have that labor pool not only educated for our tenants, but then also give folks in Daytona Beach and some prospects or some potential employees an opportunity to come and work and also live and play within the One Daytona area.
So can you comment on what kind of momentum you're seeing now? How has the response been really across the country to what you're doing?
Well, recently we attended an international shopping center convention in Las Vegas. And after that convention in May, we have seen a tremendous amount of momentum coming in and interest in learning more about One Daytona, what we're providing, what the community can provide for their companies. We have seen momentum from day one when we started this whole process a few years ago, but now it's really picked up, and we are confident that we'll have the entire One Daytona campus populated by the time we have our grand opening. So the momentum has been outstanding, and we're very excited with some of the tenants that we will be announcing here in the near future.
And I wanted to talk to you about that a minute. When we were in the field, you mentioned some of the tenants. Since then, have there been any new additions that have been added to the program?
We have Guitar Center has announced. Wow. Also, we have a couple others that we're going to be announcing in the near future. But we're very excited with the prospects. And what's interesting is that, and what we're excited about as well, is that over 50% of the new tenants coming in are not currently in Volusia County. So we have a lot of continue to have a lot of interest, and we'll be sure that we'll let you know who those new tenants are in the near future.
Well, I know this project, when it's completed, will just continue to be another magnet that the city has to attract and bring new ideas, new innovations, new businesses into Daytona Beach and Volusia County. And I'm like you, I'm excited about what's getting ready to happen. You've been watching this edition of Currents. My special guest has been Mr. Jeff Berger, the Vice President of Corporate Development for International Speedway. This is an exciting project, and I'm happy to be able to bring it to you. Keep watching, because there's more to come. Thank you. standing at the crossroads of the Volusia Sweetheart Trail. And with me today, my guest is Mr. Jason Davis. He is the county chair for Volusia. Welcome to the program today, Mr. Davis. How are you doing?
Well, we're doing pretty good. It's a beautiful sunny day, nice breeze off the ocean. Heck, I'm even wearing a suit.
Well, we're here for the ribbon cutting today for the Sweetheart Trail. This is, I think, one of the great things that's going to be happening here in Daytona Beach, part of the county trail system. And it's good to have you on the program today. So what are your thoughts? What do you think this trail is going to mean to the citizens of Volusia County?
Well, it's an extension of our already existing trail system, some of it. It's a great partnership, of course, between Daytona Beach and Volusia County. Right now we're standing at the library, which is the county property, and we're going over the river here on the trail, over where the Sweetheart boat used to be, I guess, and that's where we start up in Daytona Beach. It's very scenic, it's a great view, it's a great ride, it's nice, it's everything you would want in a trail, but it's not so long that, I mean, you go miles and miles without seeing anything. I mean, you can get off the trail at any time and go have a drink at a local vendor, have a hot dog, a hamburger, do whatever you want to do.
Absolutely, and the one thing that I like about the trail, and you might concur, is the fact that it does give the residents an opportunity to get some exercise in. It's a beautiful walk as you're walking to see some of the sights along the roadway. So I think the exercise portion of it and the fact that you do have a scenic route to walk on makes it that much better.
Oh, most definitely. You know, exercise is very important. I found out the hard way that, hey, the more you exercise, the less chances you are of getting sick. So, definitely get out there and exercise, walk the trail, ride the trail. No motor vehicles, please. So don't bring your little hoverboards or your anything like that that's motorized. But other than that, come on out and enjoy the view, enjoy the fresh air, get a little exercise. And when you get done, just go right on over there to the library, get a book or a movie, and go home and enjoy some entertainment.
I've been with the chair of the Volusia County Council, Mr. Jason Davis, and we're excited to be here today to bring you this portion of the Sweetheart ribbon cutting. We'll talk to you in a little bit later. I'm standing with Kelly White. She is the commissioner of Zone 3. We're standing right at the crossroads of the Sweetheart Trail. Welcome to the program, Kelly. Good to have you on today.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So tell me what your thoughts are about this beautiful ribbon cutting that we're getting ready to have, the trail that is part of the whole trail system culminating here at Daytona Beach today.
Great. I'm just so bursting with excitement, really. We've worked on this, and getting this bridge done really links a lot of miles of trail that have been built for years, that it's always been a dream to get connected so that people can enjoy it and stay safe off the road and enjoy the beautiful waterway.
And you've been really passionate about this project, this Sweetheart Trail. What was it in particular that made you feel that this was something that you really wanted to pour yourself into?
Sure. Well, it was part of the Riverfront Master Plan, which was a process that the downtown went through probably 8 or 9 years ago now. So, it was on paper somewhere. And then we had a couple traffic fatalities or pedestrian fatalities right on ISB. And then just literally being a person that spends a lot of time out using these pathways, it just seemed like something that we had on paper that we really needed to make happen and make into a three-dimensional object, not just a paper object.
So beyond the ribbon cutting today, what kind of marketing are we going to use to kind of let people in Daytona Beach and the whole area, because we've got Holly Hill right here, we've got Daytona, we've got Ormond. How are we going to let the folks know about the trail and what you've been pouring your heart into?
Well, I'm going to just say Pokemon Go.
Okay.
Because I saw last night like 50 people on the trail with their Pokemon Go. So somebody has already placed a character on the trail.
Is that right?
I don't know. Divine intervention? Not so sure. But yeah, we have it in the concierge books in the hotels. Mm-hmm. We're hoping to work with the CVB. We have the sweethearttrail.com website. Mm-hmm. Lori, our redevelopment staff, she's doing a great job on Facebook. If you say on the Riverfront shops, you find all kinds of stuff out about the trail and everything going on down here.
Thanks, Kelly. It's good to have you as part of the program today. And we've got the chief standing right next to you, Chief Chitwood. This trail is going to be one where our residents are going to be out here during the day. Like you're a fitness fanatic, so I think some of them will be out here. You might be out here with them. So what do you think about the trail today?
I had the great pleasure. Commissioner White talked about this several years ago, and we took a dry run on a bike ride. And we biked all the way down to South Daytona, and you couldn't envision what she knew in her mind was exactly what we got. And I think it's phenomenal. I mean, you look at the day out here, it's a beautiful day. It's a place where you can be out here with your family, your friends. You can bike all over the place. You don't have to worry about any vehicles. It's a great day. I mean, it makes the city shine.
Yeah. And this is a relatively safe part of our city, so people coming down here, I think, can feel like, they don't have to worry about any of those kind of issues.
Absolutely. I mean, when you come across that bridge, there's no doubt that you're going to come across manatees. Manatee Island is right up the road from us. I mean, this is really a beautiful waterfront. It's pristine, and you got the library here, and of course you have our HR director who doesn't know how to drive a bike, but we'll have to teach him how to a thing or two while he's out there.
Well, I want to thank you both for being on Daytona Beach Television today, and this ribbon cutting is something that the community is looking forward to, and I'm going to let you get back to greeting the people that are coming into your zone today, Kelly, and the excitement that has been generated by this ribbon cutting today. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. And welcome to beautiful City Island. I want to welcome walkers, runners, skaters, and bicycle enthusiasts. This is a great day in our city. At this time, I would like to recognize the elected officials and other dignitaries, commencing with Commissioner Ruth Traeger, my right, Commissioner Kelly White to my left, our city manager, Mr. Jim Chisholm, our illustrious county chairman, Mr. Jason Davis, County Councilman Josh Wagner, our county manager, Jim Deneen. I would also like to welcome from the Florida Inland Navigation District, more commonly known as FINE, Susan McNabe, Secretary. From East Coast Greenway Alliance, Herb Miller and Paul Haight. Haight. Mr. Haight. And Miss Wheelchair Florida, Heather Taylor. Commissioner Kelly White, who represents this zone we are in, was instrumental in developing this trail segment. In just a moment, she will review the history of the trail's name and give us an overview. As a city, and certainly as a county, we've taken great pride in public places. As mayor, it's been very important to me that we meet each person at their front door. It has been said that the quality of a community is judged by the quality of its public spaces. Daytona Beach is already world famous and has world famous spaces. And spaces like these will make us world class. We've made significant investment into our public spaces. And this is just our most recent event. The Sweetheart Trail enhances one of the city's most enviable amenities. And certainly, today is a great day in Daytona Beach for exercise, for outdoor recreation. And so I also want to acknowledge those who you see in the orange shirts who were a part of the Mayor's Fitness Challenge. So without further ado, the lady who has dedicated a great deal of time and energy, not only to downtown, but to all of Daytona Beach, City Commissioner Kelly White.
The father of tourism, benefactor to the city, mayor of Daytona Beach, commodore of the Halifax River Yacht Club, president of the Florida East Coast Auto Association, promoter of auto racing, yachting, sailing, and boating, improved Beach Street with lighting, a seawall, and a riverfront esplanade, commissioned the building of the Sweetheart Yacht here on City Island in 1898. Today, we not only open the first phase of the Sweetheart Trail, a 1.5-mile journey along the river, but we recognize Mr. and Mrs. Charles Burgoyne, two of Daytona's great citizens, who settled here over 100 years ago. We honor their memory and spirit with our newly named Sweetheart Trail. Phase 1 of the Sweetheart Trail runs off-road through Riverfront Park from the intersection of Beach Street and Orange all the way to Main Street. You'll get to experience most of that trail today. Once complete, the Sweetheart Trail will travel along Riverside 6 miles from South Daytona all the way to Holly Hill. Future plans also include linking the Sweetheart Trail to the beachside boardwalk that the County of Volusia is working on. The Sweetheart Trail will journey through awesome public spaces like Sickler Park, Manatee Island, Josie Rogers House, City Island Library, the Tom Stead Veterans Memorial Bridge, Jackie Robinson Ballpark, Alice Clancy's Garden, Riverfront Shops, and the Bethune Point Skate Park and ball fields. The Sweetheart Trail is bigger than just Daytona Beach. Regionally, it's part of the River to Sea Loop. I think we have Herb Hiller here, who's been a huge advocate for that regional trail. This is part of that 216-mile loop. Nationally, it's part of the East Coast Greenway, which is a 2,900-mile loop, trail from Main Street all the way to the Keys. I think Paul Height is here representing the East Coast Greenway. Thank you both so much for doing that. Great. We want to end by recognizing the people who brought this project off paper and into motion, creating the next era of Daytona Beach's waterfront history. I have to start by thanking the City Commission, my colleagues on the Commission who have continually supported this and let me be creative with naming it and just playing along with it, and also the City Manager who has shown a lot of enthusiasm and support, and his amazing staff. I think especially the Public Works Department has worked really hard on this. I see Frank and Dave in the back. I know Michelle's here. Steve was out here putting up signs early yesterday, so there's just been a lot of staff work on that. Let's recognize our funding partners. The City of Daytona Beach did use some dollars in this, but we had some fantastic partners. FIND, which is the Florida Inland Navigational District. Suzanne is here, and we'll recognize her in just a moment. We also have received funding from the Florida Department of Transportation and also the Florida Department of Environmental Protection, their Trails program. Additional improvements to the trail included live oaks donated by NASCAR Green, and bike racks and library support from the city or the County of Volusia. Partners that assisted with research were the Halifax Historical Museum. I think Kathy is here, and Fane, and also Linda Miller, who is a great volunteer of theirs. So lots of the historic stuff you see along the trail is because of the research that they so graciously volunteered to do. The Daytona Maritime Museum is responsible for the namesake of the Sweetheart Trail. Rick and Dottie are right over here. And when I called them and said, hey, send me some maritime names, like this trail's right by the river and I know there's a great history. So they sent a list and the Sweetheart Trail was there, and they educated me so much about the Sweetheart Yacht. And so they're just awesome to be doing this. Also, I'd like to recognize a major force behind this project, Planning Solutions. Beth Limke is here in the audience. She helped cobble together all of this money from other people that we got to use. And also Kristen Colasanti, who works with Beth and owns Cover and Content. Any beautiful signage that you see, she designed that. She stayed up, at 2 a.m. in the morning. I get an email from her, so she's just worked really hard. Lastly, let's recognize the contractors on the project: Sabunji Construction for the upland portion, Harrell Construction and Jordan Construction for the bridge, and Economy Electric for all of the electrical work. Let's give a hand for all of our partners. And Suzanne, where are you? Okay, Suzanne, we have just one presentation of a check, and then I'm going to give you the directions on how we're going to do this. Okay, so this is Suzanne McCabe.
Hi, thanks so much. It's such an honor to be here. Just for those of you who don't know, I'm Suzanne McCabe, and I'm the Volusia County Commissioner for the Florida Inland Navigational District. And what we do is we ensure that the intercoastal waterway is kept dredged and open, and we also fund projects. We're a special taxing district, and we fund projects to ensure access to the waterway. So this project is spot on exactly what we do, and what a home run. I mean, it's spectacular. I can't wait to go back and report to the other commissioners about what a terrific job this is, and the turnout and the interest of the citizens. It's just fantastic. So without further ado, we would like to present a check in the amount of $52,864 to the City of Daytona Beach.
Also,
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
now,
There we go. All right.
Happy Wanderers, we love to walk.
Maddie, this way. It's not a Look, just put yes, sure.
I'm standing at the ribbon cutting today for the Sweetheart Trail, and my special guest at this part of the program is the one and only city manager for the City of Daytona Beach, Mr. Chisholm. Welcome to the program today, Mr. Chisholm. What are your thoughts as we're standing here at the base of the bridge for the ribbon cutting of the Sweetheart Trail? What do you think this adds to our city?
Well, it's just beautiful, and it really provides an amenity that everybody can use, whether you ride bikes or walk or jog or whatever. If you want to be near the river and go through one of our beautiful parks, it's a perfect way to do it.
And when you're looking at something like this, it really does bring, I think, other parts of our community together, such as Holly Hill, Ormond Beach. I think we'll have people coming from all over the region to take part in walking on this trail.
Yeah, it's going to connect with a coastal trail, so it's going to be a whole system throughout Volusia County, and it's going to be kind of nice, a new way for people to travel through our city and at the same time enjoy the many beautiful spots we have.
Well, I want to thank you for all the hard work you do as the manager of the city, and we're looking forward to people coming out here and really having a great time.
Me too. Good job.
Thank you, sir. You've been watching this edition of Daytona Beach Television. I have been your host, Reverend Dr.L. Ronald Durham. I want to thank you for being part of all that we're doing in the city of Daytona Beach, and we're going to be bringing you more and more and more. Every single month there'll be something new that we bring to you here on Daytona Beach Television. So keep watching because it's going to get better and better. God bless you. Bye-bye.